Welcome back, everyone. In the event of a disaster, would you be ready for it? We have a special guest here with us to talk about the importance of being prepared for an emergency. Please welcome the Director of Emergency Services from the Nassau County chapter of the American Red Cross, Carlos Varon. Carlos, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
Now, I have to tell you, honestly, last time you were on the show and we talked about preparedness for, a natural disaster like a hurricane or something terrible, I literally went home, I went to the Red Cross website, and I bought one of these kits because you scared the pants off me.
I scared you?
Yes.
That's good.
That's good. I guess that's the right thing.
We got you motivated.
Yeah, and you really did. And I have one of these, and I'm ready for almost anything.
Well, Monsignor, one of the things I guess about having, this is a go kit. A go kit is a ready to respond, ready to leave your home kit. And again, while it's great you bought it from us, but I'm going to tell your viewers that you didn't have to do that.
Because you can get this stuff, right?
Well, this is the bag, the kit is what you're seeing in the front of us right now is the supplies of about for 3 days. Okay? But everybody has, do you travel a lot?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have an old bag? Do you have an old suitcase?
Sure.
Do you have an old backpack? Same thing.
Just load it up full of what you need,
Just load it up like that. And everybody's got those old jeans or shorts, whatever you need. It's something. It's not something that you necessarily have to buy. While it's nice, we prepare it, but it's something that you have because an emergency is anything.
Now, how do we know what to put in it?
Anything in a sense right now. They recommended what they say is about water, a gallon of water a day per person. But again, you want to have stuff that is immediately to get out of the house.
So if you get the word, you got to go. Now, I notice you got a leaflet here that seems like a very important little pamphlet, right?
This leaflet is for all your viewers, free, that they can write to longislandprepares.org, and it is basically the whole plan that you need. And what I'm going to tell you is basically, it has 3 basic plans to get a kit. A kit is what we got here, some lighting, some snacks, some water. Make a plan, very important because you have family, you have loved ones, you have relatives. You want to know what's going to happen, where can you go in the event of a disaster.
Okay.
Make plans. And last, very important, be informed.
Be informed.
Be informed because we are with so many towns and so many municipalities out here and that it's good to know. And I say be informed. Listen to stations like yourself. Sure. Listen to the weather stations. Listen to your local TV stations, and they're going to be giving you information. So where to go, where there's evacuation routes. What is the county doing? What is the Red Cross doing to get prepared? It's
a funny thing. You never want to think about this, but this is also the reality of living on this island. And no matter where you're watching our show right now, there's that danger all the time of weather, and it's something we have to be prepared for. So, like the first part of this, Carlos, the kit. What are some of the things that we need to get in the kit that you can't really live without during these 3 days of crisis?
Water. Now, again, this is bottled water, and again, I'm not endorsing any specific brand or anything, but it's just some sort of water. It could be bottled water. These are little packages, and all the items that you see here are readily available in your major retail stores out there, because everybody realizes emergency preparedness is very important.
Now, I got to say, just for a little, honestly, a little plug, like the Red Cross does have it all set for you, though, and it's not really unreasonable to just purchase one of these online. It just comes ready to go.
It comes ready to go. When I talked before about communications, this is a radio. It's very important to have a radio. This is an all-weather band radio. It's water resistance, and also it uses battery, and it's also a charge-up.
So if your batteries go,
even if your batteries are gone, it's very important to get it. Again, you'll see it on our website. We're talking about water. We're talking about high-energy food, candy bars, snack bars.
That's what that is. That's like kind of food for the road.
There's emergency food rations for 1 day, and it's this is more like the NASA type of food that it's freeze-dried, it'll last forever.
Right.
But it's quick energy food because, again, I have to emphasize to your viewers that it's not only in hurricane. It's not in any sort of catastrophic event. Anything like, for example, if your fire department tells you that there's a gas leak in your area, and they tell you have to evacuate.
Right.
You have to leave, and they tell you can't come back in a couple of days. It could be anything. It could be flooding that you don't come. It doesn't have to be a hurricane.
Sure.
It's just the idea, the concept, knowing you have information. And paperwork, very important that if you can make copies of important documents, that would be your will, birth certificate, things of that nature. Have a few dollars ready. There because, again, in an event of a disaster or power failure.
Right, you get it all in this bag and it's sort of ready to go.
You can put it in there, and you just don't want to think about it.
It's
Keep it
grab and run.
Grab and run.
Now, something I noticed here on this side here, this is kind of interesting here. You have Cajun-style rice with beans and beef sausage. Look at this. What's the story with this?
This is what they call the meals ready to eat, okay? This is really, actually it's really, and these last, I believe the lifespan of these things are about 3 years.
Wow.
You know, and actually this type of model, this is readily available.
This is sort of like what our military's eating, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
we pray for them every day.
What makes the difference of these items is that these are actually, you can heat up. And heat up, and everybody, you put it in this little container.
Right.
This slides right inside, and you pour a little bit of liquid that's in here.
There's like a special chemical?
There's like a salt water packet. Puts it in there, and you'd be surprised putting this in here, and the meal will not come out hot, but it'll come out warm enough that you have a warm meal, because when we are going to be activated and the county is going to be asking people to go out to these shelters, which you don't really want to go to, but if you have to, you're going to, this is the example of what you're going to be getting.
Wow.
And that's because, in fact, the other day FEMA just made an announcement saying that emergency ice will not be delivered for at least 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
So it behooves the viewers to be prepared. To get some basic snacks together, because again, when food and emergency supplies will not get there, because we're assuming that the roads are going to be congested or clogged.
Right. Now, I also notice you have some stuff here, like almost like a very small kind of toiletry collection, right?
Yeah, it's a personal hygiene kit. It's tailored to your own individual things. You'll see there's tissue paper, there's shampoos, there's toothbrushes. Again, it's just knowing that that you can put something to take care of your hygiene, because, again, you need to be ready.
And then I noticed, like, even in this bag, too, Carlos, I mean, you got, like, I mean, these are the kinds of things you don't think about. Yeah, but, like, it's important, right?
And it doesn't go bad.
Yeah.
You don't, there is nothing there, too, that goes bad. You can leave that bag there indefinitely. The only thing I don't recommend is that you put items that have a time sensitive. Medicines. Don't put medicines in there, because there's a time lapse on it.
Right.
So don't put food that has an expiration, or it is going to be affected by the weather.
I think you could put Twinkies. I think they're good for about 11 years.
I think we have candy bars in here.
Yeah, they go
forever.
And also, like, this is like a simple thing, but like a poncho, because like in a horrible storm, when you're not going to be in your car, you're going to be out on your feet, say somewhere. This is an important item to have.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Again. Flashlight, there's many things that flashlight, I mean, technology is done so well for emergency preparedness. Now, this uses batteries, so you need the batteries, but as you said before, you might use one of these shape batteries or automatic. Obviously, remember, this is a very basic first aid kit.
Yes, yeah, that's helpful.
And again, it's some of us who are EMTs, some of us first responders, we might load it up for a heavy bag. It's, again, the whole idea is, what if you had to leave the house very quickly?
Just on a personal note, it's got to be more than a job, I guess, for you, right? Because it has to be like kind of...
You have to be passionate about it.
Yeah, you have to kind of be cool.
You have to believe in the cause. You have to believe, because, I mean, I don't know how many jobs that at the end of the day you impacted somebody's life.
Yeah, exactly.
And you made a difference in their life. And at the end of the day, when I go home, and yes, if I gave out a kid, if I gave them shelter, gave them food, gave them water, it's not going to solve their problems. It's not going to rebuild their home, but at least it gives them another fresh start.
Exactly.
That's what we got. We got to give them hope.
Yeah, and you really are on the front line, along with like Catholic Charities or other groups that are just there whenever there's a problem. Bang, you're there immediately. And I know that you've been that comforting sign to so many people and so many disasters. And Carlos, I want to thank you for being here once again and scaring me a little bit about what I need to do. But I feel better having met you the first time, because now I'm ready. Are you ready? That's the bigger question. So, Carlos, thanks for being here. And you can go to the website and find out a lot more information about the Red Cross, but also about how you can be prepared for anything, because these things pop up and it's mighty scary when it happens. We're going to take a quick break, but we're going to be back with lots more good news, so don't go anywhere.